Live from Cleveland at Quicken Loans Arena at the MAC Championship Saturday. This is Casey Church once again with a Z88 video update. The women's final just concluded a little bit ago, and Eastern Michigan pulled off what I can only assume was a shocker at the end, 72-71 over Central Michigan to win the MAC Women's Division and to go on to the NCAA Women's Tournament. Absolutely a phenomenal game. Eastern Michigan kind of dominated this one throughout most of the game, but Central would not be denied. And I say that in the nicest of terms because that's the honest truth. They would not be denied. Natasha Watkins for Eastern Michigan, 25 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 steals. Tavlin James, Player of the Year, by the way, for the Eastern Michigan Eagles, 23 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Taylor Johnson for the Central Michigan Chippewas, 20 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals on the block. Crystal Bradford, 16 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, and 3 blocks. This game was a thriller from the very beginning. I was not expecting this game to be as good as we actually got. It was an absolutely phenomenal game to watch. You take a look at some of the stats right now. This was not Eastern Michigan's best game, and that clearly shows 50%, 49%, I should say, field goal percentage. Only 1 3-pointer throughout the entire game, 1 for 10, and that surprised me. Central Michigan also had 50% field goal shooting. One of the key stats that stands out to me is the points off of turnovers. Eastern Michigan 23 to Central Michigan's 10. But really, it's the end of the game that will be talked about probably on SportsCenter tonight. 14 seconds to go. Central Michigan has a 1-point lead thanks to a layup by Crystal Bradford. And then 2 fouls on Natasha Hawkins. A traveling call and another one, I believe a defensive foul, which led to a missed field goal shot, a rebound by Watkins, and she tosses it to Paige Reddit, who gets the layup with 1 second to go. That gives them the 72-71 victory and the MAC tournament title for women's basketball. So there you have it. That tournament has concluded. The Eastern Michigan Eagles are the 2012 MAC tournament champions for women's basketball. They go on to the big dance and go on to the NCAA Women's Tournament. Now, of course, we got to talk about the men's game coming up tonight. OU against UA, the Ohio Bobcats against the University of Akron Zips. And this one, surprisingly, even though Akron is the #1 seed, the Ohio Bobcats actually have a 1.5-point advantage going into this one. The Zips are a 1.5-point underdogs in this game. Likely because during the last game, the last time Akron took on Ohio at Ohio, it was not a good game at all for the Akron Zips. UA lost that one 85-61. Bobcats were shooting 56% to Akron's 32. The Bobcats led that game by as many as 32 points in that one. You take a look at some of the stats season-wise. Zeke Marshall for the Zips has, and Nick Centenovich at that, they both have around 10 points per game. Nick Centenovich had 15 points last night. Zeke Marshall, who last year in the tournament final against Kent State, broke a MAC tourney record, 9 block shots. I don't think we'll see something like that again, but that's something Ohio, that's one of the keys for Ohio. If they can find a way to do what Kent State did with Zeke, not let him block any shots and try to get him into foul trouble early, they can have a shot in this one. Of course, DJ Cooper, one of the main stars for the Ohio Bobcats, averaging 14 points per game, had 18 points last night in the 77-74 win against Buffalo to get to the championship game. TJ Hall, who was playing off the bench last night, not sure if he'll start tonight or not. He'll likely be playing off the bench again. He had 13.6 rebounds and 2 assists in the game against Buffalo. If Akron wants to win this game, they're going to have to contain those two guys. DJ Cooper and TJ Hall are definitely the big playmakers for the Ohio Bobcats, and those are guys that the Zips are definitely going to have to look forward to capitalize on in order to win this game. Ohio is a very offensive team, but the Zips are a very defensive team. Coach Keith Dambrot said at the press conference last night that he modeled after his father and uncle, and that he wants to play old school basketball, defensive basketball, and that's likely what we'll see tonight in the championship game, as Akron, who beat Kent State last night 78-74, they go on to take on the Ohio Bobcats, as I mentioned, who beat Buffalo last night, number 2 seeded Buffalo at that, 77-74. So it's a 1 seed against a 3 seed in the MAC tournament final. That's tonight at 8 o'clock. It's going to be on ESPN2. So if you can't make it to the Q tonight, be sure to watch it. It is Ohio against Akron. Winner goes on to the big dance and the NCAA tournament, repping the MAC as MAC tournament champions. Be sure to keep it locked here on WZIP.FM for more coverage from the MAC tournament. We'll have more videos coming throughout the day. Be sure to keep it locked on Sports Power Talk on Facebook and Twitter. Be sure to follow those sites if you haven't already. Of course, listen to Sports Power Talk tomorrow, noon to 1. We'll be recapping all the week's worth of news, including this tournament, as well as Selection Sunday. And, of course, keep listening to Z88 for more live call-in updates throughout the night. From the Q, I'm Casey Church for Z88 Sports. We'll catch you guys later tonight.